What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This time I'm just gonna be playing a couple of practice games and going over the replays as well. And so yeah, there's a new DreamHack season coming up, so I'm trying to spend a bit more time practicing, but still want to put some content out there, so I figured something like this might be interesting. So yeah, I'm just gonna play some games with Creed here, and then afterwards I'll go with the replays fast, and yeah, hopefully that will be good. I'm not too sure where the 2 racks locations are on this map. If I would guess, probably like here would be one, and another one maybe like here. Could be down here as well, I guess. Somewhere like this. So, from my experience in this map so far, it feels pretty small. It's hard to get away with grittier stuff. It's actually not that small, it's just the way it shapes out with the rocks and the Terran pushing like this, getting the watchtower this position. Pushes are quite scary. So I think I'm just gonna do something like a 5-gas Hydroling Bane style on this map for now. See how that feels. Make sure I keep my circlings alive so I can get my tumor down. Okay, I lost one circling but got the tumor down, so that's acceptable. Let's see what he's up to. Okay, gas in the natural and no supply depot yet, so it looks like 3cc. Yep, and most likely into Liberator here. So I'm gonna stick on 6 queens for a bit here, since we're versus a 3cc opener. Get my 4th a little bit faster. Also need to get some spores here in a little bit. Debating us in case it goes for like a delayed Hellbat timing, but it's not very likely. But I need to get the baiting nest anyway at some point, so get some spores going. start up one more queen, some more sailing so I don't get wrecked by a run by. This Viking is a little bit annoying. I kind of overspread overlords this game. Oh, I thought I made a spore there. It's a little bit annoying. The biggest problem so far for me was the Viking, for sure. It slowed me down quite a bit. But we should be fine here, I think. I want to spread some Zerglings to see if he is moving out. Okay, putting this over here. Move up my spores a bit. Medevac drop over here. He's going mines. Yeah, considering an early game, I'm pretty okay with the position we're in right now. It's only annoying part. I want to get these rocks down. And I need to get some more creep spread going. Alright, short pause. Yeah, biggest issue right now is my creep spread is kinda bad, especially on the sides, which is the most important part on this map. I also need to get my 6-plate going. And I need to be able to start to like have half my army on this side, half my army on this side. So I can start put pressure on him if he tries to take a 5th base. Yeah. Otherwise I think we're doing okay-ish this game so far. Our drone count is good. Our supply is pretty good. We're a little bit late on upgrades. Creep speed is kind of bad, but should be fine. It's definitely, like, this map definitely gets harder in the late game versus Terran, because, like, if you look, after I get my 6th base up here, it gets really hard to get my next base, right? Because they're all super close to him if he wants to attack. So I need to establish a lot of map control right now so I can secure late game. This is not good. Especially if I lose this space. It looks like I might. Yep. I lost a lot of my queens, which is also a bit of a problem here.
Mutation not enough. Swarm forces under attack. Successful. Must be more command. Swarm forces under attack.
Okay, he's still on 4 bases, so it's not looking too bad, I think. You just want to try to contain him now for as long as possible. Oh shit, yeah, that's not good. That was not the worst trade ever. As long as I survive, should be fine. Well, that was not so good though. Some overseers over here.
Not enough energy.
Try to keep expanding while I have the map control.
Insufficient energy. Swarm forces under attack. No, not possible. Supply limit reached. Mineral field addition. Unacceptable. Newly birthed queen ready. Mutation drones under attack. Enemy assaulting drones. No, not possible. Supply limit. Evolution complete. Live clusters under attack. Assault. Mineral field. Insufficient energy.
Oh, not rebuilding this base is a mistake for sure.
Sequences swap.
But still, he's just sitting on 4 base, so I should be fine just going back here, I think.
Unacceptable. Mineral cluster expansion. Swarm has evolved. Mineral field exhausted. Insufficient energy. Swarm forces under attack. No, not possible. Supply limit reached. Unacceptable.
Oh, okay, that was not good.
Swarm forces under attack.
Not good at all.
No, not possible. Enemy assaulting drones. No, not possible. No, not possible. Mineral field depleted.
I can just kind of keep doing this, I think, over and over. As long as I have money, should be fine.
Swarm forces under attack. Swarm forces under attack. No, not possible. Mineral cluster. Creep tumor under attack.
Because his 5th base is so late, you shouldn't have that big of a bank. Which makes it so that I can kind of just keep forcing these kind of poor trades, but if I deny his mining down here, it should be fine.
Swarm forces.
I am missing a lot of gas though.
Swarm forces. Queen. Mineral field exhausted.
Okay. It's kind of heavily fortified up here. I'm gonna try swinging around with everything and just...
Insufficient energy.
try to collapse here.
Swarm forces under attack.
Seems pretty good to me. Yeah, he was just way too late to get his 5th base up. We were taking some damage and getting a bit shut down in the mid game, but he was not really growing behind it too fast, so it turned out okay. Right, it's Blackburn. It's also map return have insanely strong pushes, I feel. Like through this area, it's really hard to actually wrap around the flank if you don't get these rocks down. Just kind of hard to do. So I'm thinking maybe I want to play pretty counter attack heavy on this map. So maybe I should just play like Ling Bane into Ultra. And a bit lower drone count. Because it's very hard to actually, like, if they commit down here, if I force them to actually commit into me, then it's fine. But protecting yourself in the middle of the map is, or fighting in the middle of the map is pretty difficult, so I think if I can play a counter attack style and force him to attack into me, that's probably the best way to play here. Don't think I can ever mine from this base because of just how this works out versus Medivacs. I would have to play Muta if I want to mine from this base, but for the reasons I talked about before, I don't think this is a good Muta map. It might be though. Like if you get map control and you get to take down all these rocks, it's not too bad, but it seems like if he keeps his Hellions alive in the early game, it's pretty hard to take out these rocks, I feel. Let's find a little bit more gas before you go down. Oh, that's a pretty early marine, right? Yeah, that's a marine first. So he wants to try to kill this overlord. Guess there's nowhere to run to, huh? The best I can do is like try to do this, I guess, and go down here. I'm not sure why I made 4 Sterlings here though, that's a pretty big mistake. Because I saw he went marine first. There's no need for these guys. This could have been drones instead, right? Which would have been way more efficient. Marine first, so this might mean that he wants to try to do like some Hellbat stuff, maybe. Sending 1 Sterling around just because I wanna have a look at his natural. That will give me some indication if he's doing Hellbat or not. We've got a nice start to our creep spread though, at least, since there's no Reaper to slow us down. Yeah, bunker. Wait, what? Okay, I'm just gonna sack this over. It's pretty early to sack an overlord, to be honest, but I'm just kind of confused here. Okay, so very late factory. Tech lab on this. So this is like triple CC, I guess. It's making a reactor. Yeah, it's definitely not 2-on-1 because you would never get a. You would never get a bunker if you're going 2-on-1. I'm very confused here. So I guess I'm just gonna go like Queen Heavy, fast double Evo. Start working on these rocks. a little bit. There's actually no need for settings right now, but
Insufficient.
might as well. I'm not gonna make a couple second kill the rocks.
Not enough.
Get one spore, because there could be like some delayed stuff happening here. I'm actually just kind of confused about this opener. We'll have to see when we go over the replays. Oh, it's a somewhat of a 2-on-1, but he has a bunker, so... Oh. 3cc 2-on-1, I guess.
Mineral quantity insufficient. Insufficient energy. Command. Not more minerals required.
Move this spore forward a little bit. Should also have some vision up here probably so I don't get caught out of position. Yeah. Swoops around. Supply block here is pretty bad.
Creep tumor under attack. Assault ready. Not enough energy.
It's a lot of widow marks.
Mutation. Swarm forces under attack. Sequences spun. Swarm.
Okay.
Command unacceptable.
Oh, I lost my circling stop here. That's not too good.
Command unacceptable. Insufficient energy. Evolution.
What the? Oh, I lost that spore down there, that's fine. So we get confused.
Drones under attack.
Oh. No idea where these drops are coming from. I feel like it's pretty big dead space up here, I guess. Makes sense.
Must be morphed on. Command.
Yeah, I've been doing a very poor job in dealing with these drops. It's kept me pinned back very hard, which is not what I want in this game.
Under swarm. Expended. Not enough energy. Mineral feed. Command unacceptable. Must be morphed on. Command. Must be morphed on creep. Command. Not enough. Must be morphed. Must be morphed. Swarm forces under mid creep tumor under has evolved. Additional mineral field depleted. Enemy assaulting drone. Mineral quantity insufficient. Insufficient Vespine gas. Mineral cluster Swarm forces under attack. Command unacceptable. Insufficient evolution complete. Swarm forces under attack. Swarm forces under attack. More minerals required. Drones under attack.
Alright, I think we're fine here now. Since we can just kind of give up the top half of the map, go kill all of his bases up here. Shouldn't be much that he can do. Don't think he has enough to actually kill us. The only thing that's a little bit scary is the Liberators, but I think that's too big of an issue, to be honest.
Must be morphed on. Swarm forces under attack. Mutation complete. No, not possible. Swarm forces under attack. Swarm forces under attack. Command
I'm
unacceptable.
gonna make some spores, because yeah, like I said, the only thing I'm worried about right now is the Liberators. Not the prettiest fight, to be honest, but I don't think it truly matters.
Forces under attack.
We have the queens as well to fall back on.
Direct assault.
I am lacking some detection though.
Swarm forces under attack. Sequences spun. Swarm mutated. Enemy
GG. Alright. Nice games. Let's have a look at the replay. Replays. Alright. First game on Automaton. No, what's it called? Something 2000. I don't know the new map names yet, but whatever. Yeah, this game, the early game was pretty straightforward. Very standard. We made some mistakes with our queen movement, I think. Because our creep speed wasn't what it should have been, for sure. We also got supply locked at some point, which wasn't great. Let's see here, okay. So yeah, we knew what was happening. As soon as we come here, we see this gas timing and we see no supply depots. We know that he is most likely doing 3cc. We confirm that with this overlord. We even get to see the starport. Would be nice if I got to see what what unit popped out here before my overlord died, but yeah, I can't have everything. Maybe if I sent it like 2 seconds later, that would have been fine. Because it's the same. Actually, the Liberator is longer build time, so. But I could have seen this Viking coming out, and that would be good information because then I could delay my spores even more than I did. So yeah, creep spread was a little bit lacking this game, I felt, in general. Floating a fair bit of money right now. I am spending my larva fairly decently. 4th hatch, decent time. Probably could have squeezed out an extra queen a bit earlier. Yeah, so as soon as I see this Viking, yeah, it didn't kill anything yet. So as soon as I see it, I need to start pulling my overlords back. I was already kind of greedy with how far out I was keeping my overlords, but then I don't think I pulled them back at all. Yeah, I pulled this one back, but yeah, I lose like 2 overlords. We dealt okay with the Liberator, I think. It's just that our creep spread has been kind of pushed back a lot, which isn't great. But overall, I think we come out of this early game in a decent spot. The only thing that's hurting us is the creep spread for sure. Yeah. Yeah, so what I was wondering about this game was just because I felt like we were getting pushed back, like our creep wasn't that good. He was taking decent trades, I think, yeah. But he just wasn't expanding that fast behind it. He went 5x to factory. Yeah, his CC was a little bit late. Our drone count is looking pretty good. Again, creep spread, it's a little bit lackluster. Okay, so he gets the 4th CC. We're also lacking some map vision, like just some overlords. But because of the Viking, right? But at this point the Viking is dead, so now I should be spreading overlords again. Just so I feel more safe in moving my army, because like a drop up here right now would have been pretty sad. Like if you had 2 Medevacs unloading here and I'm steaming into my 3rd, that could be really bad. And like if he was less committed down here, person, let's say. But yeah, this fight is pretty good for us. We clear up all the window mines. He tries to go into our main base, but ends up getting trapped up here. Yeah. And then we didn't split our army perfectly. We kind of took some unnecessary damage here, I think. But like he's just now starting to mine from his 4th base, and I'm mining from my 5th base already for a while. But yeah, he had a lot of map control right now, because he's putting on a lot of pressure on me. Like, only now am I starting to actually be able to take some of it back. This was pretty bad, being out of position. I sent way too many units over here to deal with this. But yeah, now I'm starting to get some map control back. Get some pretty good fights. And here's, like, when I didn't have a 5th base at this point, I felt pretty good about the game. It's because now I have map control and I have 6 bases and he doesn't have a 5th, and now I can start to like throw away my army to trade, and it gets really hard for him to ever get enough units to actually secure a 5th base. Because it's way easier for Terran to secure the base. Like once it's actually there with the PF, it becomes so much harder to bust, but to actually take it, they need their army to secure it. And when I have map control like this, some of these fights weren't super well executed. Like I probably could have killed them, to be honest. In this case, if I microed a little bit better. But yeah, at this point the game is pretty much over, just because it's because of the money situation, right? I can just keep throwing armies at him, and he can never expand. Alright, let's check out game number 2. He built the barracks down here. I guess he was hoping I would go here with the Overlord. So you could kill it. Yeah, this is a very strange open. Oh, he went. Okay. Oh, alright, alright. I see what's happening here. This was tricky by him. Yeah, I actually didn't get to see the CC because the Marine first, right? So now the Marine first makes sense. And the bunker, I guess, is just to stop you from scouting. Because obviously if I knew this was happening, right, I could just make... Like, this is such a greedy opener, actually. Like, if I knew this was happening, I could just make, like, 12 Zerglings and go kill this. And he couldn't do much about it because he only has Marines, right? He can't come out. To be honest, I could just make Zerglings and kill him because there's no wall. I surround this bunker with like 20 Zerglings and the game ends. Basically, because he loses this barracks, he loses this, or this reactor, and then he loses all the mining here, and then the game is just over. It's a cheeky play. Alright, so then because I was very confused in the early game here. Like, I thought maybe it was like a 3CC 2-on-1 or something. But it was just a normal 2-on-1. Slightly delayed, of course. Because of the bunker and stuff. But, yeah, like, we're defending this with 63 drones. 4th hatch on the way. Yeah, I felt pretty good. Like, looking back at this, I was in a pretty good position right now. It's a cheeky play. Like, when I saw this later on, I thought it was just his third base, you know? Like, he just took it as his third. But even, yeah. Yeah, this was interesting. But yeah, I don't think it paid off for him because he had to make the bunker, like, all his timings are kind of delayed. So even though I didn't know anything about it, like, a gold base isn't that much better than a normal base. It's only like 100 more, or 150 more minerals per minute, I think. The biggest advantage being that you need less workers, but... yeah. You can see it's super oversaturated anyways, right? So... yeah, we took some damage from these drops. I lost my spore here, which I didn't realize. I was kind of slow at rebuilding it. And then I didn't realize how much dead space was up here. I thought that he couldn't go past here, but there's a lot of dead space actually. Way more than it looks like on the minimap. But yeah, this round by kind of just ended the game. We killed so many SCVs. And we killed the supply depots. And then we get the full strand on these reinforcements. Get into this mineral line as well. And yeah. It's a very scary map though, I gotta say. Because I'm basically gonna get 6 bases. And like, getting one of these 2 bases seems super hard. And even mining from this is very difficult. Because like, you spawn medevac behind here and you have to rotate so much to actually deal with it. It seems like a very difficult map versus Terran. But yeah, we kill a lot with our run-bys. He was expanding, like, if he survived for a little bit longer, it probably would have been pretty scary. But we clean up this army, probably should have gone back here and reinforced before he kept going. Here, yeah, this counterattack just kinda ends the game. He has nothing to do with ultras. I guess 12 marauders, but it's not really enough at this point. I have pretty good upgrades as well, so. I don't really care about defending this base, since I was killing all of his bases. Yeah, here he goes home. And now I'm just super far ahead in economy. And I take a really shitty fight. But it doesn't really matter because we're so far ahead, right? So yeah, and here it's just GG. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave your comment and all that stuff. And I'll see you guys again soon. Bye guys.